Hello everyone, my name is Jacqueline Hooper, and today I will be reviewing The Leadership Pill by Ken Blanchard and Mark Munchnick. The Leadership Pill is a short leadership book that uses a fictional story, practical advice, and memorable lessons to explain what makes someone an effective leader. Rather than presenting leadership concepts in a traditional textbook format, the authors write the book as a leadership parable or analogy. Throughout the story, readers follow fictional characters who face common workplace challenges, allowing the authors to illustrate leadership principles through their experiences rather than simply explaining them. This storytelling approach makes the lesson easier to understand and remember. The book centers on 4 ingredients to the perfect blend of leadership. These are integrity, partnership, affirmation, and perfecting the blend. The central message of the book is that leadership isn't about having power or authority, it's about serving others, earning trust, and helping people reach their full potential. The title itself, The Leadership Pill, serves as an analogy. Many leaders wish that there was a quick fix or magic pill that could instantly solve workplace problems and motivate employees. However, the authors reveal that there's no shortcut to becoming an effective leader. Instead, successful leadership comes from consistently practicing positive behaviors, building strong relationships, and genuinely caring about the people you lead. One of the main arguments the authors make is that great leadership begins with putting people first. Throughout the book, Blanchard and Munchnick emphasize that employees are more motivated when they feel valued, respected, and supported. They argue that leaders should focus on encouraging and developing their team instead of simply directing them. This philosophy closely reflects the concept of servant leadership, where a leader's primary responsibility is helping others succeed. According to the authors, when leaders invest in their people, both employees and organizations benefit in the long run. Another important idea is that trust is one of the foundations of leadership. The authors explain that people are more willing to follow leaders who are honest, consistent, and dependable. They point out that trust takes time to build, but can be lost very quickly if a leader acts unfairly or inconsistently. This reminds readers that leadership is based on credibility just as much as competence. Without trust, even most knowledgeable leader will struggle to inspire commitment from others. The book also stresses the importance of continual learning and self-improvement. The authors suggest that successful leaders are always looking for ways to grow, accept constructive feedback, and improve their communication skills. Instead of believing they have all the answers, effective leaders remain humble and open to learning from others. This willingness to grow allows leaders to adapt to new situations and better support the people around them. One aspect I appreciate about this book is its format. Instead of presenting long chapters full of research and technical language, the authors organize the book into short lessons that are easy to read and remember. Many of these lessons include memorable conversations, practical examples, and thought-provoking quotes that readers can immediately apply to their workplaces or personal lives. Because the story is fictional, it's also engaging, making the leadership lessons feel more personal than they might be in a traditional management textbook. A major strength of the Leadership Pill is its practicality. The advice is simple, clear, and focuses on the behaviors that almost anyone can practice. Rather than offering complicated management strategies, the book encourages leaders to build trust, communicate effectively, show appreciation, and lead with integrity. These principles are relevant not only in business, but also in education, nonprofit organizations, churches, and everyday relationships. I also appreciated that the authors focused on developing character, not just improving performance. However, I do think the book has a few weaknesses because of its intentional briefness. Many topics are introduced without much depth or supporting research. Readers looking for detailed leadership or theories or extensive case studies may find that the content somewhat basic. Some of the advice can also feel repetitive, since several chapters reinforce similar themes about trust, service, communication, and encouragement. While that repetition helps emphasize the main message, it can also make parts of the book feel somewhat predictable. Overall, I believe the strengths outweigh the weaknesses. The book succeeds in presenting leadership principles in a way that's easy to understand and immediately applicable. Its focus on humility, integrity, service, and personal responsibility provides a strong foundation for anyone interested in becoming a better leader. Although it doesn't explore leadership theory in great detail, the analogy and storytelling format makes its lessons memorable and practical for readers at any stage of their leadership journeys. In conclusion, I would recommend The Leadership Pill because it reminds readers that leadership is not defined by a job title, but by the way you treat people and the example we set. By presenting leadership as a story rather than a lecture, Blanchard and Munchnick make their message both engaging and easy to remember. The book encourages leaders to invest in others, build trust, continue growing throughout their careers, and recognize that there is no magic solution to leadership, only the daily choice to lead with integrity and serve others. Those lessons are timeless and can be applied in almost any leadership setting. So, thank you for listening.